Well, let me record. There we go. Good afternoon, hello, and welcome to the Omni Coalition News Show, aka TOCNS. This is a dive into the weird, obscure, bizarre, and other words for strange world of notable events, weather, and sports. Covering topics seldomly, if ever, seen from most news sources these days. Join us! During a time of political overabundance and divisiveness, we present you more unifying topics to discuss with more, more or less, something like that. Anyway, for links to those articles, the music, and anything else potentially interesting, check the underbar in the description below. Anyway, I am Xander.
I am the Rhombusser.
And you are you. Today is Phrase Day, aka Friday, August 11th, 2023. So, let's get into the news today, shall we? What do we got here?
Ooh, got us. Cannabis and guns court ruling favors Second Amendment.
Huh. All
Interesting. Right. The victory for cannabis users and gun rights advocates. A recent federal appeals court has ruled that the ban preventing people who use cannabis from possessing firearms is unconstitutional. The latest and highest level blow to the long-standing federal prohibition that's actively been being challenged in a number of cases across the country.
Oh, be still my heart. Like, this entire time I've not been allowed to own a firearm because I'm on the marijuana list. Like, as soon as I went in and I got my first card when it was legal medicinally, like, you're on the list, and that means that you're not allowed to own a gun. Meanwhile, people with like multiple DWIs, and like other violent crimes, like, they're perfectly legal to have guns. That's no problem. But if you smoke a plant and get hungry and fall asleep, that's just too much,
Yeah, no, that's crossing the line to them.
But no, this is great. But please continue on. Oh my God, this is awesome.
Yeah. In New Mexico, gun owners and cannabis consumers must take into account how state and federal regulations on cannabis and firearms interact. Even if New Mexico has approved medicinal marijuana and permits the possession of firearms. Even when used for medicinal reasons, cannabis possession and usage remain illegal under federal law and may make one ineligible to purchase a handgun, according to the Federal Bureau of Alcohol, Tobacco, Firearms, and Explosives. However, with recent cases winding through the courts, the ATF regulations are now being challenged.
All right, I'm going to cut you off there. For further reading, please refer to the underbar of the description. There is quite a bit left of the article, but still, they put in all the work. I want to give them the foot traffic. But this is remarkable. Like,
that is huge.
Yeah, this is, good old Xander's finally going to be able to own a gun. About time,
Yeah.
Like, hopefully.
Yeah, fellow proud gun owner.
Anyway, moving on up here. Scientists may be on brink of discovering a fifth force of nature. All right. The tantalizing theory that a fifth force of nature could exist has been given a boost thanks to unexpected wobbling by a subatomic particle, physicists have revealed. According to current understanding, there are 4 fundamental forces in nature, 3 of which, the electromagnetic force and the strong and weak nuclear forces, are explained by the standard model of particle physics. However, the model does not explain the other known fundamental force, gravity, or dark matter, a strange and mysterious substance thought to make up about 27% of the universe. Now, researchers have said that there could be another 5th fundamental force of nature. Dr. Mitesh Patel from Imperial College London said, quote, "We are talking about a 5th force because we can't necessarily explain the behavior in these experiments with the 4 we know about," end quote. The data comes from experiments at the Fermilab U.S. Particle Accelerator Facility, which explored how subatomic particles called muons, similar to electrons but about 200 times heavier, move in the magnetic field. Interesting stuff.
Very, very interesting indeed.
So a 5th force of nature, like,
wow.
About time somebody detected me.
Oh, just wait till they find the 6th.
You, rhombisium. The rhombisium theory. You're also an element.
I'm just my own. I'm my own element entirely. It's just a rhombus.
What else do we have?
Ooh, this shopping mall bathroom has been dubbed the world's most beautiful public bathroom. Ew, that's something else. Tucked away on the 6th floor of a Nanjing shopping mall is one of the fanciest and impressive public bathrooms in the world. To some, it is the world's most beautiful public bathroom. Designed by X Living.
Elon Musk?
X Plus Living? Or Elon Plus Living. A Shanghai-based architecture firm. The bathroom on the 6th floor of the Deji Plaza shopping mall in Nanjing. Yeah, not Nanjing, China. Makes it feel like you accidentally walked into a whimsical palace. It's not usually the feeling you get from most public bathrooms. It starts out with a long corridor lined with plants coming out of the walls. This part of the bathroom was designed as an immersive walk through a garden experience. But it's hard to focus on the green decor with dozens of giant lamps shining on you from above and with the light reflecting on the glossy floor.
So let's take a photo of this. Oh my god.
Whoa,
That's for a bathroom. Why? Like,
why would they put furniture in a bathroom?
That is opulent.
So it is very unnecessary.
Wow.
But whoa. Look at that. Oh
wow.
Whoa. Woo. That is exquisite.
And there's a video here. It's okay. Okay. It's just an excerpt from a longer video, but he's going to the bathroom here. Looks like he's going to the toilets. Yeah, he's in that hallway. Wow. That is
just camera worthy.
That is a wild hallway. Oh. All right. What else do we got? Got some more here from Oddity Central. Japanese company launches vertical pods that let you sleep standing up. Oh, well, hey, now we can finally get Tittles to stand up. I had to do that. I had to throw some shade on camera just to dig in a little bit more.
A necessary cause.
The giraffe nap is a new style of sleeping pod that encourages power naps during the day as a way of improving concentration and work efficiency. Japan is a notoriously hardworking country that emphasizes extreme dedication in one's work, even at the cost of that person's health or general well-being. Well, that's really dumb. Working conditions can get so bad that the Japanese language actually has a term for death by overwork, karoshi. In order to put up with this kind of grueling schedule and stress, some Japanese workers turn to short power naps. These are known to boost energy levels and concentration as long as the person doesn't go into a deep sleep. I can attest, like every now and then driving back home from work, back when I used to work with my parents at the shop, it's an hour some odd drive, give or take, depending on traffic. And like you get off the freeway and you pull over, safely, 10, 15 minutes, set an alarm, and that rejuvenates you. It's remarkable. Like, it really does work. But continuing on with this article here, in order to make it easier for people to get power naps pretty much anywhere, one company has begun installing vertical sleeping pods called Goyum in cafes all over the country. So there's these just pod-looking things. So, interesting. Okay, so they have, it looks like you just sit there and, I guess, rest your back against the wall. Oh, wait, no. This goes down and you can, like, lean forward, it looks like.
Oh.
It comes in two options. Cool. Industrial and farmhouse. So.
Interesting.
Yeah. What else do we got? Your turn, man.
Oh, oldest goldfish ever was so old its scales turned silver.
What? That can...
What?
Wow, fish can go gray. Now we know. What? Wow.
Silverfish. Silverfish.
Wrong kind of silverfish.
Minecraft moment. Tish, the oldest goldfish in recorded history, lived to the ripe old age of 43. In his later years, his scales actually started changing from gold to silver. Whoa. The average lifespan of a common goldfish is 10 to 15 years, but the current Guinness record for the oldest goldfish ever was set by a male goldfish named Tish that remarkably reached the age of 43. He spent his life in a fishbowl in North Yorkshire, United Kingdom, under the care of Hilda Hand and her son, Peter. The latter won Tish as a prize at a fairground roll-up penny stall in 1956 when he was only 7 years old, and after he left the family home, his mother continued looking after the aging goldfish. No one really expected Tish to reach his 40s, considering that most goldfish barely make it past a decade, but somehow he did, and 24 years after his death, he still holds the record for the oldest goldfish ever.
Wow.
Whoa, that is cool.
Yeah. Dang. Oh, stop killing your goldfish. All right. What else do we got? More from Oddity Central. Woman suffers fatal water intoxication after drinking 2 liters in 20 minutes. Yeah, pace yourself, people. Wow. She's my generation. Wow. Hold on a second. Pardon me. A 35-year-old U.S. woman tragically lost her life while vacationing with her family after drinking 2 liters of water in a very short time and suffering severe brain inflammation. Yikes. Ashley Summers was celebrating the 4th of July with her family in Lake Freeman in Indiana when she started feeling really dehydrated because of the hot weather. She eventually got a bad headache and she was drinking a lot of water. She ended up consuming 4 16-ounce bottles of water in 20 minutes. That is yikes. And although she didn't experience any serious symptoms at the time, she later collapsed inside the garage of her home and never regained consciousness. Doctors told her shocked family that Summers had suffered severe brain inflammation after drinking too much water in a very short period of time. According to Dr. Blake Forberg of Indiana University Health, water toxicity occurs when someone drinks too much water quickly and they don't have enough sodium in their body. Symptoms usually include muscle cramps and soreness, nausea, headaches, and a general feeling of being unwell. So yeah, hydrate yourself, people, but pace yourself. 4 16-ounce bottles in 20 minutes, that's way too much. Way too much.
Yeah,
wow.
Absolutely. Yeah, it is too many.
Yikes. Speaking of a woman who unintentionally ended herself, we have here another woman who might have ended somebody else. So this is your turn, man.
Yeah. A woman under investigation after serving deadly mushrooms to former in-laws.
Wow.
Yeah, that's not a good idea. Don't recommend that at all. An Australian woman believed to have invited her former in-laws over for lunch, only to serve them highly poisonous mushrooms, claimed she knew nothing about the poisonous ingredients and had no reason to hurt her guests. 2 weeks ago, Erin Patterson, a 48-year-old woman from Leongatha, near Melbourne, invited her ex-husband's parents to her house for lunch. She and her ex had reportedly split on amicable terms, so she and her former in-laws still maintained a friendly relationship. Gail and Don Patterson arrived with another couple, Heather, Gail's sister, and her husband Ian. The meal was uneventful, but a few hours later, the 2 elderly couples started complaining about gastrointestinal problems. Around midnight, the symptoms had become so severe that they were taken to a hospital in Melbourne. Unfortunately, a few days later, 3 of them passed away, while Ian Wilkinson was left fighting for his life, awaiting a liver transplant. Meanwhile, Erin Patterson exhibited no symptoms whatsoever.
You know, I can't say for certain because, it's not court ruled yet, but I'm going to go on a limb and say, in my opinion, she definitely did it. Because, the whole amicable terms, maybe because like I'm not saying she was vengeful or spiteful or anything, but like there are a lot of stories out there. Those are the ones that get reported about, like both men and women, yes, but mostly women, it seems, are more spiteful and like maybe had this entire thing planned out. Like I'm not. It's just weird how everybody got sick, all but one dead, and she didn't even get sick. Like, and she invited, like them after they broke up. She invited them over to their house, and then suddenly they got sick. Like, what if she was just trying to get back at him and one last jab? Haha, I killed your parents. That's what you get for breaking up with me. Like, a lot of females out there are very, very vicious and wicked. And I'm not saying that she exactly is, but it's a little weird that she didn't get sick at all. So, yeah.
Yeah, very strange coincidence.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, people are evil. So, anyway, here we go. More from Audio Central. Israeli restaurant serves chocolate ice cream in the most disgusting way possible. Gordo's, a popular restaurant in Holland, Israel, has been getting a lot of attention online because of its latest dessert, a real toilet bowl full of chocolate ice cream. Oh, great. They're literally showing us that they're feeding the Goyum shit. So here we go. Yeah, Third House of Shit. That's the name of the dish. The controversial dessert available at Gordo's, just a little bit off-putting. So I'm talking by Spooky, whoever Spooky is. Huh. This might be an AI. Huh, whoever Spooky is. So I'm going to read in their perspective because they're writing in first person. Don't get me wrong, I for one would still shovel the entire bowl down my throat, but I'd have to get over my initial disgust to do it. I mean, just look at it. The speared toilet bowl and the way the chocolate ice cream is shaped like turds. Wow, like, yikes. I don't want to continue reading that. Like, this is...
Like, I'm good.
But, like, leave it to Israel to serve the Goyim literal, like, before they're actually going to serve us shit. They're just showing us what's to come. So, yep. Anyway, what else do we got here? We're revisiting this because I covered this actually last Friday, but I want to actually cover this on Tuesday. But I want to cover this again because this is just awful. So, read it. You're going to get mad.
City mistakenly tears down a man's home, then charges him $68,000 in demolition costs. Oh boy, we are already off to a fantastic start.
It gets worse.
Oh boy.
This is a Killdozer level scenario, guys. So
the gears are already spinning. And I've only read the title. Oh boy. An Atlanta man who lost his house after the city tore it down by mistake is now facing a lawsuit to have the entire property foreclosed unless he pays the $68,000 for demolition costs. Everett Tripodis is I think it's Tripodis's or Tripodis.
I don't know.
Tripodis.
Tripodis.
What is what
Let's just call him Mr. Tripod.
Mr. Tripod. Yeah, Tripod is property in Atlanta. Atlanta's historic West End is now an empty lot. But until a few months ago, he actually owned a home there. One that the city had demolished without so much as a warning. Technically, they did send out letters notifying the owner that the property had been labeled unfit for habitation, but they sent them to the wrong address in a different zip code about 1.4 miles away. Tripod and his mother had bought the century-old house as an investment and had been working on remodeling it when the city decided to tear it down. To make matters worse, the city of Atlanta is now suing the owner of the property and threatening to foreclose on the empty land unless he covers the cost of the demolition, $68,000. Oh boy.
Yeah, I have no words for this. Like, this is...
That is disgusting.
Absolutely abysmal. Like, that's why, like, if anybody looks up the actual history of the Killdozer, like, what led up to that, that guy was getting screwed over by the city, like, intentionally. They were targeting him. And this, looks like the beginning of a new story here. Of that style. Like, oh my god. Like, I'm not surprised people haven't been shot over this, to be honest, because like this is bullshit. Like, I'm not calling for violence. I'm just saying I'm surprised nothing has happened, or to my knowledge at least. But
yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, let's move on up. More from you. Oh, actually, going to UBI here. Illinois Museum sock monkey collection earns world record. Huh. A museum in the Chicago suburbs broke a Guinness World Record with a display of 2,098 sock monkeys. Guinness World Record educators Hannah Ortman and Chloe McCarthy visited the Sock Monkey Museum in Long Grove on Thursday and verified the location included 2,098 different sock monkeys. Arlene and Michelle Okun, the museum's owner, said they started collecting sock monkeys back in 2006. All right.
Wow, that is something else.
Yeah.
Holy snot.
That is a lot of sock monkeys. Wow. Huh. All right. What else do we got here?
Alrighty. More from UPI. I mean UPI. Michigan woman finds live frog in package of spinach.
Whoa.
August 11th, a Michigan family made a surprising discovery in their sealed package of spinach, a live frog. Yeah, that's something you don't see every day.
Yeah.
Ember Warwick of Southfield said she bought the package of Earthbound Farms organic spinach from the Meyer store. Major.
I don't know.
Major store. On Telegraph Road in Southfield, and her daughter examined the package at home.
Let's see, there's a video. So, yeah, they took pictures of it. There's a live frog in the spinach. That's yucky. Like,
it's actually kind of funny though at the same time. Like of all things you could see in a pack of spinach, it's just a frog. It's so random.
I mean, like, I saw a meme a while ago about like people finding spiders in packages of grapes. So just be careful out there.
Be careful what you purchase.
Speaking of careful purchases, more from UPI. An 800-pound butter cow sculpture returned to Illinois State Fair. The Illinois State Fair unveiled one of the annual event's most beloved and unusual perennial attractions, an 800-pound cow sculpted from butter. The 102nd butter cow was officially unveiled by Illinois Governor J.P. Pritzker and Agricultural Director Jerry Costello II at the Illinois State Fairgrounds. This year's unveiling ceremony featured Pritzker using a squeegee to wipe the condensation off the cow's glass case. Oh, wait. Is this like a butter cow that's... Oh, God. So is it just like... Is this one that was sculpted 100 years ago or something? Like, hold on a second. The current iteration of the butter cow depicts the bovine being milked by Illinois dairy farmer Lori Schultz from Mill Armory Dairy in Orangeville. A second sculpture in the same case shows Schultz's granddaughter Lucy taking care of a calf. Okay, so they make... Dude, how much butter do they use for this one thing? Like, we really are a society of excess. Like, why do we have 800 pounds of butter just for a sculpture? That is such a waste of food. That is ridiculous.
Like, my thoughts exactly.
Unless they like plan on using it later, but like it was sculpted and touched by hands, and I wouldn't want to eat it. That's a weird tradition. Anyway, what else do we got?
Ooh, a cyclist rides 500 miles backward, seeks Guinness World Record.
Wow.
Ooh, interesting. On August 10th. An Alaskan cyclist is attempting to get recognition for Guinness World Records after taking a 500-mile bike ride across Iowa while riding backward. Will Walker took a 500-mile ride across the state with about 30,000 other cyclists in this year's registered annual great bicycle ride across Iowa. But Walker was the only member of the group to sit on his handlebars and look over his shoulder to steer while riding. Walker said he first started using the unusual cycling method about a decade ago.
Skip the quote. Let's read the last paragraph here.
Walker submitted evidence from his ride to Guinness World Records to see if he can capture the world record for the longest distance cycling backwards. The current record was set at 209.77 miles by Australian Andrew Hellinger in 2013.
Wow. So
he over doubles this.
Oh my god.
Whoa.
Yo.
Whoa.
Well, he got rid of the seat, but what's that? Oh, is that a camera or something? Like, I guess
Dude probably got some really strong knees. Holy crap.
Yikes.
Pro got some extreme knee strength.
Well, not just that, but extreme butt discipline. He's sitting on a handlebar. That has got to be uncomfortable. Unless he, like, has a seat on his handlebars or something. Wow. That's weird to watch. Well,
yeah, no, that's...
I want to see the bicycle without him on it. I want to see what the handlebars look like. Oh, I couldn't see it that well.
I think it's just a normal.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's just
Oh, he has some padding. It looks like there's a little bit of padding.
He has padding.
Yeah. Well, that's wild. Let's see here. More from Oopie. Let's see. Me. Okay, yeah. Wallaby leads Arizona Sheriff's deputies on a chase. All right. Zoo PD, anyone? An Arizona Sheriff's Office shared video of an unusual chase involving deputies, animal sanctuary personnel, and a high-jumping wallaby. The Maricopa County Sheriff's Office said deputies responded to a neighborhood in Waddle, what a name, Waddle, where a wallaby named Wally was seen wandering loose after a windstorm damaged a gate at his enclosure. How many W words were there? Waddle, where wallaby, Wally was seen wandering windstorm. Blah, 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 blah. Deputies requested the help with the case, and personnel from the nonprofit Farm Angel Sanctuary arrived to assist. The video depicts Wally showing off his high jumping skills before being wrangled into a cage. Okay, so what's
Adam 284, that is a 10-4.
What did they do though?
Come on, assist with a king.
Okay, or I guess it got free. Like, what's? Oh. I guess this is just a story about it getting free. I don't know. Anyway, let's move on up. Check this out.
Ooh. Pigeon survives 80-mile drive stuck in front of the grill of a car. Huh. August 9th, animal rescuers in Britain said a pigeon is recovering after being struck by a car and surviving an 80-mile drive while trapped behind the front grille.
What?
The East Sussex Wildlife Rescue and Ambulance Service said that Cotterell family was traveling from their Hassox, Sussex home to spend the day in Bentworth, Hampshire, when they collided with the bird. We were about 10 minutes away from Bentworth when we had what we thought was a near miss with a pigeon. We couldn't see the bird anywhere, so we thought the bird must have flown off. We had no idea. The pigeon was trapped behind the grill for the rest of the journey, and I returned home later in the day, Catherine Cotterell told East Sussex WRAS.
Wow. So.
I mean,
oh wow! It broke through. Like,
oh my!
Wow! How did it survive? It broke through. That's some thick plastic. It hit it hard enough to break through, and it's not dead. Like,
did you fit through
that
there?
bird.
It's
Pigeons
poor
just built
thing.
different.
wow.
Breaks my heart.
One of those things that happens. We get all
Yeah, but they got it out. Having a hard
Oh,
time.
thank
with it.
that was
goodness.
caught up on.
Oh, thank
Yeah, that was
goodness.
smart. They
Thank you
wrapped
for
it
Right,
in,
let me get him straight in the car.
Yeah.
So it wouldn't get. Oh yeah, it has a wound. So we're not gonna see that.
It'll
Moving
be
on
aight.
up, more from UPI. 891 people make s'mores together in Texas to break a world record. Ooh. A Texas-based
Nice.
company broke a Guinness World Record by gathering 891 people to make a s'mores at the same time. Solo Stove said it brought 500 Mesa tabletop fire pits to attempt the record for most people making s'mores simultaneously in Grapevine. The previous record was set by the Girl Scouts of Middle Tennessee, which gathered 801 people to make toasted marshmallow chocolate sandwiches on graham crackers back in 2018. All right. So that's cool.
Huh.
And perfect, because we get to talk about Tampa Bay, which currently has the Tom Brady's. But,
The Tampa Bay Tom Brady's that are no longer the Tampa Bay Tom Brady's. It is now the Las Vegas Tom Brady's now.
Oh, he switched again?
He's actually he's a minority owner of the Raiders.
Oh, of course he would own the Raiders.
I mean, he owns like every team except for Denver and San Francisco.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, they're the only two teams that have a tied record with them.
Well, this is a different type of team here.
Anywho, Tampa Bay mayor hauls in 70 pounds of cocaine during fishing trip.
Whoa.
It's butterfly flavored.
It's butterfly
I can see why. I can see why I picked him up. Butterfly flavored.
God.
On August 8th, while on a fishing trip with her family in late July, Tampa Bay Mayor Jane Castor reeled in a big catch. About 70 pounds of cocaine valued at some $1.1 million.
Wow.
Surprised them Gators didn't get into him. Cocaine Gator.
Oh my God. We had Cocaine Bear and now Cocaine Gator. Oh my God.
And Cocaine Shark, potentially.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, that was a thing as well.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Why are we
Indeed.
cocaining all of the wild animals? Are we trying to become extinct? Like, I
have
gotta
no
put
idea.
that in quotes. Hold on.
The seizure. The seizure occurred July 23rd with the chief border patrol agent of the Miami sector, Walter Slozar, saying in a statement at the time that his agents recovered the narcotics concealed in bricks wrapped in what appears to have been cellophane and adorned with a picture of a pink and blue butterfly. He said the drugs were.
Go ahead.
He said the drugs were discovered by a recreational boater in the Florida Keys. That recreational boater has now been revealed to be the Castor.
Wow. So the mayor of Tampa Bay found $1.1 million of cocaine. How fitting! You know what? Where was Hunter Biden? I want to know. Does he have any association with this?
I wonder
He
what DeSantis' reaction was to this when he found this out. Because I know he knows this. He has to. I mean, that's his state.
He probably
he's
said the same thing
governor
as
of
I
that
did. Like, is Hunter Biden involved?
Probably. I wouldn't be surprised if he did.
I mean, like, they couldn't figure out who it was in the White House of all places. So, I mean, maybe he has stashes all over the place, and the mayor of Tampa Bay just found his Florida Keys stash or something. I don't know. Like, but anyway, that shall conclude the show. Once again, you can check the underbar in the description for any links you may find interesting, including but not limited to Omni Coalition, which itself has
Rhombusser, me.
Yeah.
Which is,
Yeah, we
and
have your
my
YouTube in the affiliate section, right?
Yes, I
Yeah.
believe so. My YouTube and my Instagram? I think
Yes,
no.
I do.
Oh,
no,
yeah,
I just have your
got my
YouTube. I should
That's
put it
good.
in your
Yeah,
Instagram here as well. Remind me after the show.
All right.
All right, but yeah,
Sweet.
please check us out. We're in a lot of places. We have yet to really use Kick and Trovo, but we're getting there. Anyway, for your dose of different unusual news, we stream every Tuesday and Friday at 3 p.m. Pacific Time, which is 4 p.m. Mountain, 5 Central.
And 6 Eastern.
Yep. For all of you and all of us, I am Xander.
And I am the Rhombusser.
And you are you, and until you catch us next Tuesday, or if you're interested in a history show, we do this date in history every day at 11 in the morning in the Pacific time. Although we're not going to be doing it tomorrow. Try to take Saturdays off. But we are going to be starting up The Edge of Disclosure, our ufology paranormal show, hopefully tomorrow at 3 p.m. Pacific time. And we also have the Kick Peanut coming up on Sunday, 3 p.m. Pacific time. And I'm not sure. I do know that we're going to have another, like, two more Survival Sundays this month. I'm not sure if it's going to be this Sunday or next Sunday, and then the one after that. But anyway, until you see us again, until whenever that is, don't forget to look right and left at every intersection, rate 5 thumbs, and subscribe. Toodles!